Hi, my name is Keith Goldman. I'm the Director and Founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law. And today we're going to talk about whether or not there's an age by which it doesn't even pay to get divorced. And I will tell you, every case is different. Each set of facts is fact specific for that case. But I will tell you in general, there's no particular age. I've had people ask me, well, I've been married 25 years. Does it pay for me to get divorced? Well, I'm not even sure what that means. If a person is miserable every single day because of who they're married with, I would say it doesn't matter whether you're married 25 years or 25 days. You've got to get out for your own sanity, for your own mental health. I mean, you can't live under siege, just because you've been doing it for a while. People, I think, feel that if they're in their, let's say, 50s or 60s and they've been with the same person for 20 or 30 years, they'll just tolerate it. And you know what? Really, there's a certain wisdom in looking at what the real problems are and tolerating it to the degree that you fix it and you find a way to work with it. If that's what you mean by tolerating it, I understand that. But surely somebody should not be tolerating, for example, physical abuse. Somebody should not be tolerating criminal activity. Somebody should not be tolerating, excessive drug abuse or those kind of things that are brought into the house. Because number one, obviously they affect you indirectly. Number two, they could affect you very directly because, for example, if there's drugs in your house and there's a raid, the police are not going to necessarily listen to you when you say, oh, that's his and not mine. All the property is likely to be in jeopardy of being seized. So there's a very real reason for you to get out of a situation like that, even if you've been in it for a while. I would say this. I would say more often than not, people will call us and say, I've been married 25 years. I've never worked. I'm afraid if I get divorced, how will I live? Who will support me? How will that go? Well, I think you've got a good question, but I think you really got to contact your lawyer to find out what's going on. It may be that after so many years of marriage where you haven't been working, that you may be entitled to what we used to call alimony. We call it spousal support now, but you may be entitled to some support to allow you to move on. Not only that, you'll get your share of the marital assets. So you may look at yourself and say, geez, if I leave now and he's got all the earnings, if I divorce now and she's making all the money, I'll be broke. How will I survive? But what you don't understand is that the court, after so many years of marriage, is probably going to look at a way to make sure everybody has the same amount to live on. So they're going to divide assets equally. They're going to divide money equally. They're going to retire debts equally. They're going to look at income and say, well, wait a minute, this person's got income, this person doesn't. Let's work it out so that they both have a decent amount of money to live off of. So therefore, since that's how the court's going to work, I hope this gives you some insight into what you should do. Because just because you've been in a situation for a long time doesn't necessarily mean you got to be miserable for the rest of your life because you've already invested 20 years. That's not how it works. You have the opportunity to go forward and maybe move on. If this relationship isn't making you happy, find one that is. Or maybe just depart and focus on your kids and grandkids, but you don't have to feel that you must remain married in that situation. Every case is different, like I said, and we'd be happy to talk to you about your case. But if you're worried about the money and you're worried about how will I live, how will I support myself, there's an answer for that too, but it's going to be case specific for you. So if you have any questions about that, reach out, give us a call. We'll be glad to discuss your case with you, let you know what we can do to help you out.